Alright. I do believe this is take 2. Because the camera was crapping the bed. We don't worry about that. We keep going. Alright. Take 2. Answering tarot questions. Alright. DHP. I got you, brother. I got you. Now, I'm going to finish DHP's questions, and then I got a couple from the chat room that I could record. Now, you know these stupid live chats, they don't put them up. So if you had one on Dennis's show today or Friday night show, they don't always show up. So I just am doing the ones that I saw, okay? But DHP, I got you, brother. Right, you ready? So question number 3, this is part 2, all right? Question number 3. In Spanish, lamb, lamb is cordero, pronounced cordero, okay? In Latin, cordis is cordero, and it means heart. You remember when we talked about you challenging Jen? Boy, aren't you? Alright. I love you. I'm just teasing. Language. Whew. Okay. Here we go. I got high school Spanish in me. That's it. High school Spanish. That's it. Hola, ¿cómo está? Buenas noches. Okay. Does this mean lamb in the Bible is heart, and the lamb in the Bible that's sacrificed is our, capitalized, heart, Joe Biden, heart/love. In Spanish, lamb, cordero. In Latin, cordis, cordero. And it means heart, capitalized. Does this mean lamb in the Bible is heart, and the lamb in the Bible that's sacrificed is our heart/love? Okay. I kind of think I know where you're going with this, but I don't want my intention and my ego to get in the way of this, so I'm just putting that information into the cards. Okie dokie. Beautiful question. Like I said, you always challenge me, brother. I like it. You should challenge me. You should challenge anybody. Lamb in the Bible is heart, and lamb in the Bible that's sacrificed is our heart love. Kind of makes me feel weird. That means you gotta sacrifice your heart and your love. Okay. Okay. Yes. Spirit's talking to me. All right. Let's see what Spirit says. Alrighty then. Ooh, that took a turn. That took a turn. Okay. Not allowed to go beyond that. They said stop for now. Okay. You ready? All right. So lamb, heart. Okay. Okay. This is about energy behind the word. There's something about the word heart. This is energy because it's a wand card. Wands are about passion, desire, like fire. It's a fire sign, so passion. What do you mean behind it? Your intention, okay? Yeah, because it starts out with the Eight of Wands. That's the fast moving, like already happening. You have already given it up. This is in motion right now, quickly moving. I'm giving love. I'm dumping love, 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 love. Okay? All right. And then the next one is another wand card. And it's a beautiful card. It means victory. If you do this, you win. Well, Christ consciousness and the love of the Christ consciousness, you get victory. We've been taught this, have we not? I don't care what faith background you come from. We are taught the Christ consciousness. If you give, love, 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 you win. Right? Yeah. What happens if you don't? Because they always split it. What happens if you don't? Seven of Swords. That's the thief. That's the little guy coming in and sneaking in your window going, well, I'll just sneak in and take it. I'll steal, 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 steal. Steal, kill, and destroy. Isn't that what they do? So once they take it out of your heart, what happens? Another wand card, but not a good one. Ten of Wands means I am willing to crawl on my belly. Where does that remind you of? And carry all the burden on my back. I'm going to carry the burden, the heavy burden. If I can't love, someone's going to come take my truth from me, and I'm going to carry the burden. Now, they allowed me 3 more cards. The Knight of Swords. So, swords meaning truth and meaning behind you. And a knight is a warrior. Are you willing to speak your truth of what you believe in? I stand up for my love of the Christ consciousness. A divine being that I know who he is. You do not have to agree if he's the Son of God and he was sacrificed on a cross or not. That's not what I'm talking about. It's the love consciousness that you need to be aware of. If you're willing to fight for that, you're on track. If you do this, the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the treasure chest. That means all abundance will be granted to you if you are willing to do it. The lamb is a sacrifice. Yes, it is. Now, the terminology that they use may not always be up to par in what we believe it is. It's the intention behind it. It just means I can do this. I believe in that much love, and I can be that soft at heart that I will do this. All right? Ten of Pentacles. And the final card is the Nine of Pentacles. If you do this, you are free. You are independent and sovereign, and you don't have to listen to anybody else. The Nine of Pentacles, she is very sovereign. She is totally free to do whatever the hell she wants to do. No joke. She's the one that can dictate and call this little bird in and go, come here, though. And she can do it. I need finances. She can do it. I need health. She can do it. She has sovereignty and independence. So the term lamb and what you're talking about is absolutely true. It does mean heart. So if you think about it in the terminology of love, Now we're always talking about, and we always try to remind each other that you have to love, love, love. If you can open up the love in the heart chakra, you can have the world. Spirit agrees. Absolutely. You have to understand that it comes from Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is the highest level that you can reach in your chakras. Christ consciousness is enlightenment. Buddha talked about this. He didn't claim to be a god. He just said, I am a teacher. He didn't claim anything against Christ at all, against Christ. He just says, it's truth. It's love. Once you reach that, you're totally there. The cards and spirit absolutely agree with you. 100%. But you will have to fight for it. This is not going to come easy, which I'm pretty sure we all know. You will have to fight. You will have to fight for your truth because you have a thief in there. There's always going to be a thief trying to steal your truth. Swords are about truth, words, thoughts, and what comes out of your mouth. There's always going to be a thief. How are you going to deal with it? Don't let somebody steal your heart, your voice, and your mind. You don't ever let that happen. Because the only thing that happens is that you create a great burden for yourself. What you're supposed to do is fight for the abundance that what creation wanted you to have. That's it. Bottom line. So yes, lamb does mean heart, but you need to understand you have to fight for that. So that's your little bit of a nugget of what they wanted you to know. Okay? Now, if I did not answer your question the way you wanted, you let me know. All right. Next one. Is it dangerous to listen to tarot readers? Oh, Jesus. You went there, didn't you? I'm not going to take it personal, but I do have to step back. There's no ego involved. So the way I'm going to answer this, there's never an ego involved. But when you say tarot reader, I have to take a second. Because you're talking to one, and you're asking a tarot reader to answer a question about tarot readers. You see where this doesn't work out very well? This is why I do not do readings on fellow people. But, let's continue. Is it dangerous to listen to tarot readers who are not of the light? Even if the tarot readers believe they are of the light, do the dark entities jump and attach to the listener similar to a Ouija board? Wow, you went there. All right, now, so my ego will not jump into these cards. I will tell you my personal opinion first, and then I'm cutting it off, and then you will get to hear from them. First of all, any tarot reader, I think, deserves the benefit of the doubt. But you need to make sure they fit right with you. Do they sit right with you? Do they sound right with you? You have the free will of your own intuition. No tarot reader is perfect. No tarot reader will ever get it always right. No tarot reader always will sit with you. You have to decide that on your personal basis. You should never, ever listen to a tarot reader for their God's honest gospel, because it is not, including myself. but it is not based on intention. It's based on how we interpret spirit talking to us. We are all very different. We all read the same cards, but do we ask the same questions with the same intention? And that's what you're asking. So, everything is based on intention. What are you asking? Do you want divine light to answer? Do you want the negative to answer? But I will base it on, this is where I'm going to cut my ego out. But as a tarot reader, you should never listen and take anybody's word for that's a gospel honest truth. It's not that we intentionally lie. Sometimes maybe we don't mean to, but maybe we get our wires crossed. But 99.9% of the time, we are dead on because our energy is in these cards. Our spirit is in these cards. We never intentionally lead anyone astray, at least anything of the positive. You should not be doing it. But I always tell people, if a tarot reader ever tells you you should always take me as 100% truth, you need to walk away. Because that's not true. Every tarot reader that's honest with themselves understands that we can get it wrong. We're not accurate. We're not 100% accurate. We're not ever 100%. We can be 90%, we can be 95%, we can be 99.9%. We will never be 100%. But there's another thing you need to think about. Do not think that you have to listen to somebody else because somebody tells you to. Don't listen to this tarot reader. Don't listen to this tarot reader. I don't give a crap what anybody tells you. Don't give a crap what I tell you. What do you feel? What do you feel? Go with your gut. And if you like the person, listen to them. If you don't like the person, don't listen to them. And for God's sakes, don't ever compare one to the other. Tarot readers are all different. Tarot readers, we all have a basic deck. We all have basic meanings. I've got 1,000 decks. Even though the pictures change, they all have the same base meaning. I've always said this. They all have a basic meaning, and then each card, there's 78 in a deck, and you have to memorize them. Every single one of these cards means something. Right side up and upside down. If you read in reverse. Most tarot readers are prepared to read in reverse, but just don't like to. It's just not a good feeling. We train ourselves to do it because we do not like inviting negative energy in. We just don't. Some people are very comfortable. Okay, well, God love you. Bless your heart, you precious. Never judge one tarot reader against the other. I know I'm getting off track here, but because you asked a tarot reader a question, I'm going to, as a tarot reader, tell you this. Don't ever compare one tarot reader to the next tarot reader. They are all very different. You may not resonate with a tarot reader against another tarot reader because it is a conditioning. You get used to somebody and the way they read. That card means that. And then when you go to somebody else and you're like, that's not what that means. Well, it's not what it means to them. It's what it means to us. You can't ever go against the base reading. The base reading always has a base. You have to go by the law of tarot. There is a law and a spiritual law. It's a universal law. So, if you understand that, all 78 rules, plus 78 more in reverse, And then you have to read them side by side and what they mean and how they go against each other. So if you line them up, and then it depends on how you're doing. Are you doing a Kachina knife? Are you doing a pyramid? Are you doing 1, 2, 3 spread? Are you doing 4 spread? Are you doing a 5 spread? How they work together. Everything works together. It's spirit. Don't let that overwhelm you. Don't let that overwhelm any of you. You can do this. It's very, very simple. You basically fall in love with these cards and they become a part of you. I know I'm off track, but I'll get back to DHP's question. But tarot readers are very, very different. We do not always agree of how we perceive cards. It's not about our perception. It's about our intention. But you will always get the same answer. I guarantee it. I guarantee the fact that if a different tarot reader, if you ask me a question, a tarot reader can get a totally different card and still get the same kind of thing. It may be a little bit off. And if you get backwards crazy, that's what DHB is talking about. Like, no, that's totally opposite. There's no way that could be it. Then you already knew it. Why are you asking to begin with? But let me finish. I'm very particular about this. No one should ever tell you who to listen to and who not to. You listen to whoever you want to. You do you, boo. Okay? If it doesn't sit right, then don't listen to them. Including me. Absolutely. Now, his question was, is it dangerous to listen to tarot readers who are not of the light? Well, how are you supposed to know that, sweetheart, unless you listen to them? And then, even though they claim to be of the light, I claim to be of the divine light, that doesn't mean you have to listen to me. Let's see what Spirit says. But I'll always give you the choice, because I don't have some voodoo doll poking holes in your head. You do what you gotta do. If it doesn't sit right, then don't listen to me. Turn it off. Goodness gracious. It's all right. I know what you're asking. I know. All right. Is it dangerous to listen to them? I know the answer, but let's ask Spirit. Is it dangerous? Right? All right, they said stop there. That's halfway through a pyramid reading. All right, here you go. You ready? We start out with the Sun card. It's the most powerful card in the deck. It's the most beautiful card in the deck. It's of the divine light. If you start out with intention, and the tarot reader has good intention, you're totally fine. Now, who's supposed to know that? You don't know that. Only they know that. Baby Page of Cups. My emotional integrity is on the line. But I'm very excited about what you have to tell me. I'm starting something new. I'm hearing something new. You should be excited. You should get excited. But, he graduates to the King of Swords. The King of Swords is what I'm going to hear out of your mouth and your thoughts is going to make you judge you. I'm going to judge you, and I'm going to balance your truth. What is happening? Because your discernment will take over. All right? Is it of the devil? Is it negative? Is it him coming in, manipulating and going, yum, 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 yum? Or Ace of Cups. Do I feel what's emotionally right with me in my gut? Is it true? Ace of Cups. I am in control of my own emotions. and I am not listening to him. This feels right. I'm good. That's what you said. The Emperor. I am in control. I am the leader of my own emotions. I am the leader of my own gut intuition, and you're not going to tell me what to do. And neither is the tarot reader. All right? Final card. 9 of Cups. Celebrate, my friend. Celebrate. Once you get through those steps, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Not every detail is going to set right with you, but most of the time it will, and even it might take a minute or two. I always tell people, if it doesn't resonate with you right off the bat, give it a minute. Because a lot of times I will predict something that's going to happen, or somebody's going through something, it doesn't sit right at the exact moment. I say, give it a minute. It will. You know how many of my clients and my people that come to me for readings and they come back and go, holy crap. A week later, a month later, even 6 months later, and go, holy crap, you told me that and it's exactly what happened. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not here to predict your life and draw it out for you. I'm just telling you what Spirit says. You could be on the lookout for these things. We don't draw it out. We are not Yeshua. We are not God. But if someone claims to be of the divine light and it still doesn't sit right with you, trust your gut. Trust your gut. You have to discern that. No one can tell you, no, just give him a chance. I wouldn't want anybody telling you that. I don't want anybody going in and vouching for me, just for the simple fact that you're the only one that can vouch for you and what feels right for you. If I don't feel right with you, then turn it off. I absolutely wholeheartedly believe in that. You will know when you know. Okay? If it doesn't feel right, even though someone claims to be of the divine, if they keep saying, no, you have to listen to me, don't listen to them, or they're garbage, and they keep yapping in your ear, stop that. You have every right to discern what you discern. You don't ever let anyone, especially tarot readers, tell you what to believe and what to hear and what sits right with you. You are in your own body and soul, and you are the one that decides that. Period. Like I said, tarot can be wrong. Do not ever let someone control you. You will know when you know. And if it never sets right, then it's not the right tarot reader for you. If I'm never the right tarot reader for you, walk away. And I wish you well. And I don't curse you, and I don't wish you ill will. I hope you find peace and harmony, and I hope you get and follow the answers that you're guided to get. And that is of the divine. No holds barred. My way or the highway is bullshit. Just saying. Alright. Now, I don't like those questions, but I did answer it. And as far as, do the dark entities jump and attach to the listener similar to the Ouija board? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because it's about intention. But I will ask Spirit, do the entities attach? Do they jump and attach? They do, just for the simple fact that if you are in a very weak moment and you really need help on something, they attach to fear, they attach to anger, any of those negative feelings and emotions. Honey, you're just a walking target at that point. But let's see what Spirit says. Well, they said stop. I pulled 4 and I went, that's it? And they said, yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't ask questions. I just work here. Remember that? All right. So here's what you get. They took 4 cards and they split them into 2 answers. Well, this is what's going to happen based on if you listen to a certain tarot reader based on your gut. Okay, can enemies attach? Of course they can. Good and bad. So here's the good side. You get a humanitarian heart, and I'm willing to help and give and receive. That's what that means. And then the 10 of Cups means, oh yeah, all the positive, and I can be emotionally fulfilled and grant all your wishes. Absolutely. That's great. If it's a positive thing of the divine. If you can an entity attach in the negative? Yes, it can. The Tower. The enemy can come in and totally destroy and cause complete and utter chaos to your life. I will come in and rip your world apart. Of course you can. Yeah. And the Knight of Cups is your final warning card. Tread lightly. Your emotions are on the line. You better walk there like a grain of salt at a time. You better be careful of who you listen to, because you don't want the Tower card. Do you understand how they split it? You can get this or you can get this. Be careful. Just be careful. If you don't get a good feeling, then walk away. Your base card on that one, that's beautiful, is the Strength card. That means you have the strength to decide good or bad. Trust your instinct and intuition. If you don't think it's good, walk away. Flat out. You know this in your gut. Don't let this overtalk you. Don't let this overtalk you. Trust the gut. Okay? All right. Now, the HP, I believe those were yours. Now, if I did not get all of yours and I missed one, we'll talk about it, honey. You got my number. You'll let me know. I promise you. I ain't gonna cheat you. Now, the next 2 that I have, I do not have names beside them because I just copied and pasted them just out of the chat room, and I do not have names. So, if this is for you, maybe you should recognize it, and if maybe you guys in the chat room will recognize your brother and sister if they ask the question. That I'm just going to ask them and answer them, okay? The question was, this was in the chat room, my first name is Alita, which means battle angel, and I was born on 6668. Now, depending upon where you come from, of which is derived first, the month, the year, 8th month, 6th day of 66. I could be wrong. You will correct me if I'm wrong. But it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Am I a part of Princess Diana's bloodline? Alita Battle Angel in Gematria has the same value of Princess Diana. Okay. So you want to know if you're Princess Diana's bloodline? Alright. Well, let's ask Spirit. Is Alita, our battle angel, part of Princess Diana's bloodline? Alright. Alright. And I have the utmost respect for people that do gematria. Do I have put 100% into it? No. But I have the utmost respect for people that do. So, I'm not all about the math and numbers. There are many people that do with the angel numbers and everything, and God love them. God love them. I just don't have time. It's just not my thing. Tarot takes enough of my energy. I can't even imagine. I'm just into astrology and learning signs and symbols. The math part, yes, I know that's a part of astrology, but Jen just takes baby steps. But Alita, here we go. Are you a part of Princess Diana's bloodline? All right. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Okay. All right. That's enough. That's enough. Seven's enough. Seven's enough. Yeah, they told me enough. No. No. This has nothing to do with Princess Diana in the 3D term. This has something to do with a different density. Not the 3D Diana that you know of that lived here, but the bloodline or density from an off-world. So when we talk about Diana, don't think about her being on Gaia in the 3D, okay? Because that is a misconception from the devil. That's the first card. You're very tempted to think that, but he's deceiving you. It has nothing to do with the three-dimensional bloodline that she had here. No, it is not. It's a different density. How do I know that? Because of the star card. You are an off-worlder bloodline connected to Diana. You are connected to her, but it's off-worlder. It has nothing to do with the 3D. Okay? Now, if you are willing to pursue this, you've got a great start here, because the Ace of Wands says you are totally determined to figure this out. That's a fire sign. It's heart and desire to figure out, where do I come from? And then the Knight of Wands, I'm willing to fight to figure out where I came from and how I'm connected to her. But it has nothing to do with the 3D. You're going to have to go off-world. You're going to have to figure out, do some homework. Where did Diana come from? Is she Palladian? Is she Arcturian? Is she one of the 1,000 different species that's out there right now? We all have a little bit of mixed DNA. But the 3D density that you're connected to doesn't exist. It's the off-world density in DNA that you are related to. The Magician card. Think outside the box. You are ascended into a higher level. It's not the 3D DNA. Think outside the box, okay? The Chariot. Move forward, move quickly. You are going to overcome this thought process. You'll realize real quick it's higher. You are in a different density already of the way you're thinking. That's good. Set boundaries around yourself. King of Cups. Isn't that a beautiful King? Ardennis. You set boundaries around yourself to protect yourself emotionally so you don't get trapped into believing that you're part of this 3D. Okay? So think outside the box. I'm bigger. I'm better. I'm out there. Princess Diana was not set on staying here in this three-dimensional world, and you should not be either. That star card says it all. So related, yes. This density, no. Different density. I hope that resonates with you. Okay? Now, last question, guys. I don't know who this is from. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just says, if we could look at God, would he resemble our white sun? Okay. The sun that we see now currently from Gaia. All right. If we could look at God, our creator, would he resemble our white sun? right? It's a very simple yes or no, but I will always ask tarot to give me a little bit more if they can, because we don't like to limit to yes or no. We like a little bit more. Maybe that's our ego. Maybe that's just because we like a little extra. We like a little salt and pepper. All right, here we go. Could our Creator resemble our white sun? Well, yeah, but he is so far beyond that. So let me explain. So a 9 of cups, the number 9 of cups is about making a wish. I really wish I could just put a face with a name, right? That's what we do. I would emotionally be fulfilled if I could just, I wish I could put a face with a name. It's a good, beautiful, positive card. It's a great outlook of looking at things. But the 8 of Cups, realizing I'm in for great disappointment and emotionally if I put my heart on that, because he is above that. He is way beyond that. Your Creator, you can't put him in a box. But I understand what you're saying. And Spirit agrees. Just so happens the Sun card comes in. Yes, the Sun card. Energy-wise. Not resemble in 3D in the way you think he should appear to you. Energy wise, yes. Think about him, about the energy of the sun and how powerful it is. It can give life and it can destroy. Think of your Creator in the aspect of the sun in that way, not the way it looks. Resemble, what do you mean by resemble? Resemble based on energy? Yes. Resemble as in looks? No. Page of Cups. Get very excited. Get very excited. Be very determined to emotionally be fulfilled by the information that you're going to receive, because you're going to see it soon. King of Swords. Find balance in this. Understand what you're looking for is a 3-dimensional explanation based on what you're told. I need to know what my Creator looks like. What does he resemble? The only thing you need to know is spiritually and energetically, he represents the energy of the sun. The most powerful thing you can think of. You cannot put him in a box. You just can't. Just know that it's good, it's beneficial, and it's beautiful. As you are, because you were created in his image. Always remember that. Always remember that. I hope that answered your question. And I hope everybody understood, it's your perception of questions, and it's your perceptions of the answer. It's your perception of the reader giving it to you. Seems to be a lot of personal questions tonight of, what do I believe? What do I not believe? Is this possible? It's not. First of all, anything's possible. Second of all, it's up to you whether you believe it or not. Third of all, whoever tells you yes or no, true or not true, you decide. Only you decide. Don't let anybody tell you yay or nay. Not even me. I ain't Yeshua. But I do love you, and I'm so glad that you joined us. And I'm so sorry that this take 2 or 2,000 of uploading these videos. I love you. Be careful. Use your discernment. You got this. You got this. Don't spit on the mirror. You're beautiful. You're as bright as that sunshine, just like your Creator. If I missed any of your questions, whether you came into Dennis's show, those live chats hadn't showed up yet, so I didn't get any of those questions. But if you'd like to repeat them on the next show, I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you want me to do that prior to, email them to me. It's in the description box. Just email it to me. Text it to me. It's okay. Jen, I really appreciate it if you could answer this question. It's okay. Just ask. No worries. Use your heart, use your intuition, use your head, but make sure they balance out, because your gut will always win. What's that thing that makes you feel sick to your stomach? What's that thing that raises goosebumps on your arm? That's what you go with. Okay? All right. Thank you guys for joining me. I know pre-recorded stuff sucks because you can't talk to me, but sometimes we just make do with what we got. We look at the positive and we make do with it, and that's what I'm doing. And in the meantime, here's something really, really cool and positive. I love for you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for having the patience to go on to other people's channels. Dennis is so amazing. Love him, Brother Dennis. Buy him a cup of coffee. Do something. Brother Rocco is amazing with the rods, even though he doesn't ask anything in return. Neither does Sister Nadia. She doesn't. Alright? She doesn't. She just wants you to love people. Just show love to anybody and everybody you can. Forgiveness, but it starts with you. Look in the mirror and love yourself. But I thank them for everything that they do, not only for myself, but for our family here. Until next time, and we work out all these schedule conflicts and all that kind of stuff. Until next time, look for an update. That's all I gotta tell you. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. All these little hiccups and all this technology stuff, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be alright about it. Just whatever. Alright. Love and light, guys. Cause sometimes, but not all the time. Most of the time, love and blessings. I love you. Talk to you later.